What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best laptops in 2024. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list options that'll meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price performance or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the product, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Lenovo ThinkPad Z13. Best laptop for work. Business laptops don't have to be boring, and the ThinkPad Z13 proves it. Its fox leather lid looks unique while still feeling classy, with just enough touches across the chassis to feel modern. Not that you need to work for a big company to love what the ThinkPad Z13 has to offer. The ThinkPad Z13 is the kind of business laptop that the average person would likely be delighted to use, so long as you appreciate the ThinkPad brand and buttoned-up aesthetic. Of course, the ThinkPad Z13 is more than just an interesting-looking new laptop. It's one of the best laptops to run on AMD's new Ryzen 6000 chips, which provide excellent performance and long-lasting battery life. Yes, the security features come baked in too, but it's the battery life that really sold us on these chips. With MacBooks leading the charge in battery life, it's great to see a Windows option that lasts almost as long and doesn't have an Apple logo plastered to the lid. The ThinkPad Z13 also includes a 1080p webcam that produces some solid results for video conferencing. That's as important as ever, and Lenovo's design even highlights the feature with its brushed metal communication bar. It's a significant jump up in clarity and sharpness over older laptops with 720p and follows the trend of improving image quality for remote work. There's even an OLED model if you really want to take the screen to the next level, though we found the cheaper IPS display to be solid on its. All of it comes together in a package that feels both unique and appropriate for the office, which is especially hard to pull off at this price. Unlike many high-end business laptops and ThinkPads in general, the ThinkPad Z13 isn't extravagantly overpriced, which makes the excellent performance, battery life, and features even more noteworthy. Number 4. HP Spectre X360 14. Best HP laptop. We've always liked the HP Spectre X360 series, but the new 14-inch model might be the best of the lot. It's fast, flashy, and portable, but in a balanced way. That's always been the name of the game. For the Spectre X360, it can't compete with some of the more powerful 14-inch laptops that offer better graphics like the MacBook Pro 14-inch, Dell XPS 14, or even the Razer Blade 14. However, the Spectre is the choice if you want a super premium laptop with a 360-degree hinge that excels at both work and movie watching. The OLED 120Hz screen is fantastic, and it's an exceedingly pretty laptop that earns it more points than you might assume. It's one of the nicest new laptops to come with Intel's latest Core Ultra processors, adding NPS into the mix, as well as some impressive efficiency at low wattages. These chips also provide the Spectre X360 14 with vastly improved integrated graphics. These aren't unique to the HP Spectre X360 14, but again, it's one of the most premium new laptops to feature the Core Ultra chips, and you can buy it right now. Number 3. Razer Blade 14. The best gaming laptop. Gaming laptops are their own class of laptop that demand their own list, but we wanted to include some here that could easily double as your standard laptop. Of course, with the added benefit that these can do some serious gaming after work. The Razer Blade 14 might be the best example of such a premise. In many ways, it doesn't feel like it shouldn't be possible. Up to an RTX 4070 in a thin 14-inch laptop? Yep, that's right, and it does it with some pretty impressive performance too. It comes with a 2160 IP screen with a 240 Hz refresh rate, ensuring that you're never bottlenecked by the display. Then again, the previous model, that's still available to purchase, has an optional 1080p 144Hz panel that can be configured with up to an RTX 3060 and a Ryzen 9 6900X CPU, and manages to land well under $2,000, which is a rare feat for a Razer laptop. Yes, this bad boy's expensive, but what you're paying for is the ability to switch between work and play without batting an eye. The Razer logo on the lid and the per-key RGB backlighting might catch some attention at the office, but hey, this is a gaming laptop through and through. There will always be room for larger gaming laptops like the Razer Blade 15 or Lenovo Legion 5 Pro, but the Razer Blade 14 still feels like a miracle. Amazingly, the Razer Blade 14 does all this at a few $100s cheaper than the Razer Blade 15. An update to the Razer Blade 14 is in the works for 2024. But so is a redesign to the impressive ROG Zephyrus G14, which has increasingly become a popular alternative. Number 2. Dell XPS 13 9315. The best Windows laptop. There are two things you need to know about the Dell XPS 13 before buying one. First, it doesn't have a headphone jack. Second, its performance is a bit lackluster compared to many of the 12th generation Intel-powered laptops. With those downsides in mind, you might wonder why a laptop like this is still showing up on this list. Well, it all comes down to value. If you can set those two negatives aside, you'll find a gorgeous little laptop priced like none other. The base configuration tends to fluctuate in price, but it ranges between $749 and $1,099, making it the cheapest the XPS laptops have ever sold for. Keep in mind, you're getting 512 GB of storage in that model too. That makes a lot of laptops on this list seem overpriced, especially considering how good the battery life and display are. That's even true sitting next to the WAN MacBook Air. It's a fantastic value, so long as you can accept the lack of a headphone jack. Of course, you'll also find a laptop here with premium features, such as a comfortable keyboard, a great touchpad, and a killer IPS screen. And of course, the design is stellar. The compact little machine that's one of the best 13-inch laptops continues to have remarkably thin bezels, and the new color options are both unique and tasteful. It's very hard to find a laptop under $1,000 that hits all those marks, especially without sacrificing anything major. You might wonder why we've included the XPS 13 on the list rather than the XPS 13 Plus. After all, the Plus model is more powerful and has some really excellent features, such as the seamless haptic feedback trackpad and the larger edge-to-edge keyboard. Those features are all neat and certainly make it a futuristic-feeling laptop, but we're not sure they're worth the extra cost over the standard XPS 13, which comes in at hundreds of dollars cheaper. With the XPS 13 redesign coming soon, you may want to consider how this model stacks up against the new model. Number 1. Apple MacBook Air M2. The best laptop. When Apple updated the MacBook Air to its latest M2 processor, it didn't stop there. Instead, the laptop was completely redesigned. Starting with the chassis, which took on the same general design as the larger MacBook Pro, the iconic MacBook taper was dropped and the chassis was trimmed, resulting in a minimalist and elegant laptop that's among the thinnest ever made at just 0.44 inches thick. The M2 is an incremental improvement over the MUN, slightly faster and more efficient, but not a game changer. It provides outstanding productivity performance and excellent battery life, making it one of the more balanced laptops you can buy today. The Liquid Retina IPS display is as good as always, and the keyboard making it among the best laptops for writers, and Force Touch touchpad are the best available. A recent price drop to $1,099 makes the MacBook Air M2 the second most affordable MacBook, behind only the MacBook Air 1 that's $100 cheaper. There's even a larger 15-inch model that's also excellent. Even with the M3 MacBook Air coming soon, the M2 MacBook Air remains a fantastic option. So this was today's video about top 5 best laptops. If you benefit from the video, then subscribe and stay with us.